Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff and drink stuff, then, folks. I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. I was originally searching for a different flavor, but I found this one instead. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm gonna go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm gonna yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today? Happens to be my grandson shirt. Yeah, it's there's more stuff on the back. But what is grandson besides obviously a title for person of couple descents down? Grandson is a musical artist. I believe he operates out of Canada. I got into his stuff not even a month ago. It was just one of those things where he kind of fell into my lap through music recommendations. Very much dig his style. He has a very sort of new metal vibe, and I'm all about that. I love the new metal era. That's the era I grew up in, so it's great to see these newer artists coming up and sort of embracing that style. And they definitely do. They're not the most metal of bands, but they definitely they got a mix of the rap vocals and the clean vocals and stuff. Very cool political messages too. I really dug their stuff, and I got to see them perform live recently. I actually got some videos of the performances, or the performance that I went to go see, so those videos are on my channel in case you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to point you in the right direction as far as this music is concerned, because I think the guy's awesome. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why was I looking for one flavor and I found another one? Well, because I'd heard, or read rather, that hey, they're going to have a new root beer flavor for this brand of soda. And I was like, yes! I love root beer. If you watch my channel, you know I love root beer. So I started looking around for it. Still haven't found it. I don't know if they're still doing it or what. But I did go over there and find a new flavor. Boom! It's from Slice, the new Slice. This is their Shirley Temple flavored prebiotic and probiotic soda. Okay. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the Slice brand, it was originally owned by Pepsi and had a run from, I think, the 80s into, the early 2000s. It's kind of just one of their brands. They had, fruit sodas and other stuff and everything. But eventually they sold it off. They just weren't using it anymore. They discontinued that brand. And now it's been resurrected in an alternative soda format. Okay. I have reviewed all of the other flavors that I've run into, and now we have a Shirley Temple. Let's get a thing for a thing. Lighting isn't great, but it is what it is. Yeah, screw it. We'll just go. Yeah, sure. We'll just go. Ha 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 ha. Let's give it a go. They also have the Shirley Temple 7-Up. Just came back out recently, which I reviewed that last year. If you're interested in my take on that. Smells good. Ooh. Doesn't taste as good as it smells. So here's the thing when it comes to the Slice flavors, right? You know what? Before I do that, let's get another sip. You never go off the first sip. It's always misleading. Not terribly misleading. A little bit, though, to be fair. The thing with the Slice flavors, the new Slice flavors, I never had the original Slice as far as I'm aware. They're very hit or miss. Some of them I really enjoyed and have thought that they've been really great representations of what these alternative prebiotic, probiotic sodas can be. Other ones I've been less enamored with. This one, I'm less enamored with. I will say across the board, I do think that they still do a pretty good job of doing the alternative soda thing without being overly abrasive about it. But at the end of the day, prebiotics, probiotics, all that good shit. Blah, 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 blah. I need it to taste good. This tastes okay. But the thing that really hurts it is that you can tell that it's an alternative soda. You can tell that it's that prebiotic, probiotic aspect to it. Now, it's not terrible about it. When I first became aware of like the prebiotic soda stuff several years ago, I mean, like the first couple that I had, I mean, they tasted like straight medicine. They were really awful. Companies have definitely gotten considerably better at going over there and masking, those elements to it and finding ways around it and, finding ways to make it taste better. And Slice, again, has done a pretty good job with that, and they still do a pretty good job with it here. It doesn't taste like medicine, but it tastes off. It just doesn't have the vibrancy that, I would expect, especially from a Shirley Temple, style soda. Like, I've had some Shirley Temple sodas, I've reviewed some, and I mean, when you get a good one, man, it really hits. This, it's okay. It's a little bit fruity. But you can, behind whatever flavors that it has going on, you get that there's something else. There's a little bit of an aftertaste to it. It just doesn't really, yeah. I'm wondering, it's probably zero. Oh, no, it's not zero sugar. It's got 4 grams of sugar. I'm wondering if there's any other sweeteners in it, though. Organic, well, it's organic cane sugar, lemon juice, stevia. Yeah, okay. That's what I kind of figured, because, like, it's not overly sweet, but you could tell that some of the sweetness wasn't coming straight from sugar. I honestly thought it might have been a zero sugar thing, maybe, not aspartame, what's the other one? Sucralose. But I guess it's stevia. It's okay. But it doesn't, I wouldn't say it really stands out as tasting particularly like a Shirley Temple to me. Again, there's a fruitiness to it. It's got a little bit of that sort of light cherry aspect to it. But yeah, without the vibrancy, without, the dimension of flavor to it, because that dimension of flavor is being circumvented by that prebiotic, probiotic stuff. It's not bad, but it ain't great. But 2 questions have to be asked. Not really. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No, and probably not. So, for me personally, like, again, I really like a Shirley Temple, man. I'm a big fan when you get a real one. And it can be hard to find, man. Like, I've had plenty of sort of imitators that didn't really hit the way I wanted them to. This, though, is obviously under the guise of, the alternative soda thing, and that's fine. But it just doesn't do a great job of representing those flavors. Certain flavors I think you can get away with more easily with these alternative sodas because you can use bolder flavors to help mask, some of that other stuff, that prebiotic stuff and all that shit. Shirley Temples, like, even at their core, are not like a super bold flavor. They are a little bit more lively, a little bit more vibrant. And if you take that away from it, all you're left with is kind of a, sort of somewhat fruity soda, a little bit cherry-ish tasting, but it doesn't lift itself up. And that's what this is to me. And then on top of that, again, you get like the little bit of an aftertaste with the prebiotic stuff. It's not egregious, but it's definitely not a flavor. It's not a Shirley Temple option I would go for. And moreover, it's not even a slice flavor that I would go for. Some of their flavors I do genuinely like. This, I don't hate it. It's not my least favorite, but I'm not big on this one. And that's why if I'm recommending it, not really. Granted, if you're already into the alternative soda scene, you're probably aware that there are concessions that need to be made. But, that said, and you might even prefer that. But, again, we are getting better and better. These companies are getting better and better at making these flavors work with those other alternative elements. This one I don't think hits. I would like to see them take this one, bring it back to the drawing board, and try again with it. Because I think you might be able to pull it off. I don't know if Shirley Temple lends itself that well to the alternative thing, but, like, But like I said, for me, it doesn't work, and I'm sure there's some people who would probably take greater joy out of it. I just don't see this one as really being, again, one of the better slice flavors, so I can't recommend it. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, Spanish rest of your year. Folks, go over there themselves a truly proper Shirley Temple-tastic rest of your life. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what do you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. When we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, if I keep going over there and kind of darting my vision around during this particular review, it's not actually because like I'm keeping an eye out for anything. It's because I'm parked behind this like really cool sort of like storefront slash like apartment complex that looks like it came like straight out of like an 80s like, you know, Jackie Chan movie. And it's hard to describe, but like it's genuinely a really cool looking building. Like it's very simple, but like I love the aesthetic of it. Anyway, bye.